how about this? This is one of our 15 items under $25 on the show today. It's a 4-hour show. There's a lot of items, but 15 under 25 is wild. On a free shipping day, this is your total storage solution that has lots of functionality because we all need a colander, right? But I think of colanders, like this one in the past. That looks like, I don't know, like a moon helmet.
Where do you find space for that?
Where have we for all these years? That versus that. This is amazing. This is Chefologist, 3.5 quart capacity. It's a collapsible corner colander. So not only are you saving space under your cabinets, you're saving space in your sink as well, whether you are rinsing or drying or whatever it may be. It's $2.60 on an easy pay. There's just 2 colors for you, a red and a blue. Let me see that red right there. Here we go. That red, matches my shirt. Can't really see it. Red and the blue. K92105 is your item number. Final quantities, though. When these are gone, they are gone for good, and these have a tendency to fly out the door. But at this price, hey, Chef.
Hey, it's so good to be with you. And, one of my favorite kitchen items, because, we all have these colanders to drain our pasta, our vegetables, rinse our fruits, strain our canned goods, but look how big this is and bulky it is. And there's really not a lot of room in the kitchen these days. This is what I love about it. Collapsible. It's made of food grade silicone, so it's odor and stain resistant, dishwasher safe, but we designed it with a silicone underneath to adhere to the corner of the sink. So it has these 2 handles, but check this out. You come into the sink. It's my favorite part of this design. It sits on the corner of your sink. So whatever you have an undermount or an overmount sink, you can put it. It has a 5-pound capacity. So that's a 5-pound bag of potatoes, 3.5 quarts. So you can fit a ton. But think about this. When you're doing things like straining your pasta, or if you're straining your vegetable, or if you're rinsing your fruits and vegetables, the beauty of this is it sits on the corner of the sink. And what happens is it's not touching the bottom, which is the dirty sink that we don't want. It allows all that to strain off. And then there's a little lip here so I can get my hand under it. And because it's a triangular shape, guess what? It's got a natural pour spout. So let's say I've strained my pasta and I want to pour it into a bowl. Look how easy and convenient that is, unlike the traditional round one where the pasta goes flying everywhere. And then when it's time
trying to do this.
Exactly.
To get all that pasta going like the direct spot that you want it to, and it goes everywhere but.
And then when you're done with it, literally less than 2 inches, about 1.5 inches in thickness. So this could literally slide into a small drawer. As opposed to this, you would need a large area in your cabinet or underneath. This can slide right into that drawer. So super convenient, smart, better way. And because it's collapsible, guess what? You don't have to always use it at full capacity. So here I'm doing some berries. Notice I only collapsed it 2/3 of the way. Once again, you use the corner of your sink. This is my favorite thing about this, is because when you're using your sink, first of all, it's dirty. So this stays off the bottom of the sink, but also because it's using the corner of the sink, I still have access. I can still put some dirty pots and pans in there and not have to worry about losing my entire sink. When you put one of these in the sink, guess what? It takes up the whole sink. It's on that dirty sink bottom, which I don't want. This just utilizes space that you're not using.
I also like that because you're utilizing that corner space and it's not sitting on the ground. If you want to drain something where you want to reserve some of the liquid, there's still room for you to slip a bowl right underneath.
100%. So if maybe you were doing canned goods, and that's another good thing. Here's what's great about it. If you really were doing a lot of things in the kitchen, this is why I think a lot of people buy multiples, you can use 2 of these at the same time. So say maybe you're only straining some corn. Guess what? I'm using it in a collapse mode. So now I just put my corn in there. So I'm using this to strain canned vegetables. It's just a smart design on something that we take for granted. And the fact that you can collapse it and put it away when you're not using it is my favorite feature. I mean, the fact that this can go all the way from this shallow design to 3.5 quarts or 5 pounds of food. And you can see how big it is when it's open. It's food grade silicone. This is going to wash up in the dishwasher. We were smart enough to put the silicone on the bottom here so it really grips the corner of the sink so it stays nice and secure. And it's just an easier way.
The leverage of it is smart.
It's just so smart. And here's the other great thing. See here over here on the side, what I did is I put a little my sponge. So sometimes maybe you want to store your sponge, your scrubber brushes. They can stay off to the side. So all that dirty water will just strain into the sink. And then here's another great use for it. Think about how many times where maybe you have to thaw out some raw seafood, some raw shrimp. They come frozen, right? Well, I don't know about you. I don't want any of that raw juice anywhere near anything. So
No.
I leave it on the corner here, let it thaw out, let all that raw juice drip into the sink and rinse down the drain.
Right, that makes so much sense. Let me just remind everybody, because over 200 are already gone.
wow.
We just went live 9 minutes ago.
Wow.
This is our first item in the show. It is a jam-packed show. Everything is on free shipping and handling. And in this case, something that is customer top rated, beloved from the brand Chefologist. 2 colors remain. When it's gone, it's gone. We have it in the blue, and this is it. There we go, collapsed on down. This has grapes in it, so I can't collapse it. But here is your red. So a great gift for the foodies and the chefs, the home chefs in the house. It's just so much smarter. Can you tell us who Chefologist is?
So Chefologist is a partnership of 2 chefs. We used to own a restaurant, and we wanted to create products for the kitchen that made sense, that were more efficient, more practical, but also things like this space saving. So we thought of all those little details. Listen, we owned a restaurant. We also have our own homes and kitchens. So we're like, how can we put all that knowledge into one? And that's what Chefologist is. That's what all our brand items are.
That's why it's always so popular.
I love it.
It just makes so much sense. And it's like, it's nice to have like fun colors, pops of colors in the kitchen. I love a kitchen gadget of any shape and size. When I was making coconut cream pie from scratch to take over to Alberti's for Thanksgiving, I like stood back and I looked at my kitchen and I couldn't count how many QVC fun little gadgets that I was using, that was unbelievably functional, that I live in a 1-bedroom apartment. I could have all of these gadgets because it's so smart how it stores down to next to nothing. It just makes all the sense in the world. This is great if you're in an apartment like I am, if you're in a dorm, if you're in a, what are those called? RV.
RVs. Oh, this is, this is great for the RV. That it's true because, again, you think about it, look at how this collapses all the way down to literally just over 1.5 inches thickness. So you could slide this into a drawer. If you had this, imagine this in an RV. You're not gonna. Where are you gonna put that?
That's your whole kitchen.
Yeah. So it's just a smarter design. And how often do you need much more than 3.5 quarts? I mean, you can strain 1.5 pounds of pasta into this.
If you feel like you do pick up more than one, because look at that Easy Pay, $2.60, and it's shipping
right in the
for
dishwasher
free.
too. Because it collapses, so you can slide that in that bottom dish rack with the plates and everything.
You just wrapped us all up in a little bow just for the holidays, didn't you? You most certainly did. You throw in dishwasher safe, chef's kiss, Chefologist kiss. $12.99. You're saving over $12.50 with that free shipping and handling. 2 colors remain, and when it's gone, it's gone. Here is your blue, fully collapsed down. Oh, come on, there we go. And then here is your red as well. Over 500 picked up. It is K92105. Final quantities. Grab it while you can. You can't leave me. You don't go.